Hello and welcome to another episode of GDL-Israel. Today we're going to go real briefly on several updates and news that I gather, and I'll try to share with you some of the useful links that I'm using day in, day out. We had this week here in Campus Tel Aviv a great event on Google Cloud and all the new features, services, and new APIs that you could leverage. And I'll put in the show notes a links to one, all the recording from this event, and second, the presentation. So even if you missed it, you will be able to check the videos and, of course, go with the slides. So without further ado, let me just share my screen with you, and let's jump right in. This is a place where I'm trying to gather all the new cool things that are happening in Chrome platform, in Chrome environment. For those of you that are not aware, today Chrome is quite a huge platform. It's not only the browser, which is very, very popular and conquering more and more users every day. It's Chrome on mobile, of course, Chrome on Android, Chrome on iOS, Chrome in Google TV, and of course, Chrome in all the laptop, desktop, mobile devices, and tablets. So from 4-inch screen size up to 70 or 90-inch TV, you got Chrome there as a platform. Not to mention Chrome OS with all the great new devices like the Pixel and the Chromebook and the Chromebox that letting you enjoying this powerful ecosystem. So this is the site. I'll try just to put it maybe a bit bigger here. So for the ones of you that watch it afterwards, let's just do that. So this is the link, and one of the very new cool things that I put here is some summary of all Chrome news that are happening around the world, and we'll just touch about a few of them. So first and foremost is this great source that if you are not aware of, it's Peter Bravelow blog, and he's one of the powerful, great guys out there that is bringing to us all the latest and greatest in terms of what's going on in Chromium open source project. So if you want to save yourself the trouble of going and do a commit diffs and trying to check and see what are all the thousands of contributors or hundreds of contributors are doing inside Blink, Chromium, etc., Peter is bringing us almost on a weekly basis all the latest and greatest in terms of news. And as you can see here, there are some very, very nice things. Some are really important, like we're going to have now a new fancy dinosaur on all the offline page in Chrome. Let me make it bigger so it will be better. Yeah, so this is a very important one, of course. But there are some real important features that you might want to check and see how they are influencing your mobile web app or your desktop next development or project. So this is one source, Peter SH. Let me put it a bit bigger here so you could all see it later on nicely as well. So this is the site. Definitely register to his RSS feed or just check out the blog from time to time because you get a great summary of what's going on inside the Chrome kingdom. Another great source that basically it's just a few other links over here is Chrome release blog. So I got this week few questions from developers. How can I be updated about new channels that are being pushed live? And as you all know, Chrome is being updated every 6 weeks. And in this Google Chrome releases blog, this is the URL, of course, you could just keep yourself updated on all the new things that are happening and are going out there. It could be the dev channel canary, it could be the beta, it could be the release candidate, and of course the final versions of Chrome. And one of the nice things here is that you could also register yourself to certain labels. So if you, let's say, interested in Chrome for iOS or Chrome beta version because you want to test things automatically before they are being pushed to the final version, you could just go and, as you see here, very easily go on a specific label and just keep yourself updated with this specific type of Chrome. Other useful links are here, the official Chromium blog and Chrome blog, of course. And for those of you that are active on G+, you probably want to follow Chrome on G+. Another great source that I found from time to time quite helpful, it's an unofficial source, but nevertheless it's bringing some new exciting things into your place, is just this blog, which called Google System blog post. Again, it's unofficial blog, but from time to time I find myself checking out what's going on here, and they're pretty good in catching and updating what's going on in Google ecosystem. In terms of what's happening in the past month, so I had this really cool event about startups, and the slides are here, so you are most welcome to check them out. And except that we did several very interesting GDLs in July. If you want to test the water and see what is Compute Engine and what it's all about, please go ahead and check this link. Let's open it and see. So this is basically a short tutorial that I put, and it's part, of course, of GDL-IL series, which let you test the water, if you will, on Compute Engine quite quickly. It's written here 5 minutes. I guess that for some of you it will take even less. If you're taking out all the manual process of putting the billing in place, then very quickly you could launch your own virtual box. It might be CentOS, it might be Debian, and quite quickly you could work and be productive on it. So very, very interesting things. Here are all the 5 easy steps that you need to follow. And another very important link that I would love to share with you is cloud.goodetgood.com. Basically on this one URL, we're trying to gather all the vast, enormous, actually, offering in our cloud resources, products, and solutions. So quite quickly, if you're going to this one link, you could click on products and see all the different areas that you could utilize and leverage. And in our specific case, let's jump into Compute Engine. Quite quickly, you could see what are the benefits, what are the main features that you're gaining. If you wish to compare it with the current cloud provider or a current, let's say, private cloud that you are using or any other different solution, quite quickly here you could find what will move the needle for you, and then follow up on it and make sure that this is the right tool for the job. One click here and you could try it, and it's, again, something very, very cool to check out, specifically if you have cases where Google App Engine is not support your specific technology. Without mentioning names, I met a big company that's still using Perl in production, and of course Google App Engine won't be a good solution for them, but they definitely wanted to test and check Compute Engine because they're working with Debian in production, and then it might be a perfect solution for them. BigQuery, it's another very interesting big topic. If you have terabytes of log or any other big data that you want to check, here in this episode of GDL-IL, I just show you how you could work with BigQuery from JavaScript, and more specifically from AppScript, and be productive with it and analyze your enormous data. It's quite amazing to see BigQuery these days, because in that specific examples, we showed how you are slicing and dicing more than 400 gigabytes of data from HTTP archive, and basically getting for some real interesting insights in terms of trends on what's going on the leading sites on the web. So this is the place where you want to check it, BigQuery power with JavaScript. And quite quickly here, you could see how easy it is to work with simple SQL statements like this that are returning in less than a few seconds and letting you have some interesting thought and results out of it. In this specific example, by the way, we are going all over Wikipedia and just seeing what are the most popular topics, articles basically, that's being changed. And here you could see the leading of the table. And this is the example that I mentioned about HTTP archive. and how you could utilize this specific big data with BigQuery. Last but not least is, of course, what I mentioned yesterday. We had a big cloud event, and this is the summary of it. And you have here the slides, and of course, more than 3 hours of talks that you are most welcome to just watch and see what's interesting for you. So let's see today, as I promised, we're going to keep it short. We have few people here that I see. If someone have any questions, now it's a perfect time to ask. And if not, just please feel free to reach out on me on G+, Twitter, or any other channel. Let me put here again, just so you could see what is the best channels. So on G+, of course, it will be Greenido in one word. And on Twitter, it will be the same. Just use whatever channel you feel comfortable with. And of course, we have here down at the bottom a summary of all the GDL-Israel episodes that we had in the past. Quite a lot of really good content here. So if you're interested in design, in web components, HTML5, Chrome, Chrome OS, Angular, and more, just feel free to go here and check it out. So until next time, thank you very much for joining me. And I hope that you'll have a very productive week. Bye-bye.